Jovin, you so dumb. Hi, cuties. Okay, so I know we haven't seen each other in a hot little minute, but as I was like, I obviously always am clean as something. But that's just because I don't like when I'm kind of stressed, I like to like declutter. So in the midst of like me decluttering, long story short and short story long, look what I found. She looks sad and beat up, but this is what really got the ball rolling. Oh my gosh. This is like my first poetry journal. I know I told y'all about it, but I didn't know where she was. She was hiding. I have a bookshelf in my room, and I was giving books to Goodwill, and she was like stuck in between the books. And when I found her, I was like, well, damn. So let's get the ball rolling. If you're new to our What's the Word, it's basically we talk about, it's just poetry, poems that I wrote. Not younger me not knowing how to spell poems. Baby, when I tell you I was in elementary school, 6th grade. At least I know how to spell my name. Okay, so let's get started. So this poem's called Never Give Up. Hidden from the world, slept from the night, walked alone in the shadows, looking for my soul. Who am I? Where am I? Confused. Each and every time I ask for help, people turn away. But I'm strong and I can make it out. As long as I can find the light deep down within, I can make it. Baby, I was such a sad little kid. Oh my gosh. Don't shed a tear. Do not shed a tear, okay? But oh my gosh. I didn't realize how much a sad little kid I was. I was such a sad little kid. But I'm bad at expressing my words, so that's where like poetry came in. Time to Go. This one was ode. I want to say no, it's not an ode. I don't know what it was, but I remember Time to Go was for my grandma because like she had passed away, and the only reason I remember that is because this purple flower. Because when she had passed away, was it my mom? I don't remember who it was, but like somebody was handing out purple flowers because it's like we're purple, dark. I guess it's like purple and black is the go-to color. I always knew it was black, but I never knew it was purple too. So yeah. Yep. Love everyone as you love yourself, for a day will come when you have to go, and the ones you love will cry tears of sorrow. So live each day with joy and thanks. Be grateful for the people around you. Love and forgive your enemies for their wrongs, and when someone insults you, turn the other cheek and say thank you. Because when death comes knocking at your door, you may not have another chance to live. I'm not going to hold you as it pertains to poetry. I've come a long way in writing because younger me, we're just going to stop there and say, okay. I think by listening to the poems, if you listen to enough of my poems that I've written, that I read to y'all on What's the Word, then you know we've come a long way. We've come a long way. Yeah. Anyways, this one's called Where. Hope moves you to the future. Joy brings a smile on your face. Sorrow brings tears to your eyes. Lost is the feeling of death or misplacement. Care is the way you feel when you are loved. Harm is something you feel when you are hurt. Love is something you feel and only you can give. But with all these feelings, where does God fit? So this one's called Try Me, and for some reason I have like this evil face. I don't know if y'all can see it. Can y'all see it? Right here, I have like an evil like smiley face on there. So let's see what's this whoopling and hollering about. Okay, so it says anger mixed with sorrow. It's just something about sorrow. I'm so sorry for stopping the poem, but like y'all realize, count how many times I say sorrow. No, I'm just kidding. Please don't. But anyway, so it says anger mixed with sorrow, hate mixed with disrespect. Wonder mixed with loss, but with all these feelings confusing you at once, how can you think? As tears fill your eyes and you start to cry, thinking, why me? But when life hits a problem at you, don't wonder and cry, say, why me? Yet be tough and strong and say, try me. So lift your head up high and wipe those feelings and mistakes away. I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of hard to read my writing. It's not too hard, but it's hard enough because we came a long way. I'm just gonna say that. We came a long way. This one's called Laughter and it's very short. As you can tell, these are very short poems. Younger me did not have it in her to write long poems. She didn't have it in, I don't know why, but it was just some about them short ones. We were straight to the point, as you can tell. Smiles may cover 1,000 tears, but laughter does more. This one's called Jokes. Funny how no one wants to be lonely, but yet they talk about their friends and betray their family. I don't know who pissed me off, but baby, I got straight to writing. It's just something about the disloyalty. That's what little me was trying to say. It's just something about the disloyalty. Can't trust none of y'all. Why I named it Jokes? Maybe because it's funny. It's funny how that works. It's funny. It's funny how people are acting funny. Okay, anyways. So this one's called 9/11. I'm assuming that it's about 9/11. I think it's pretty safe to assume that it's about like 9/11. Okay. Let's see what little me had to say about 9/11. I have a grammatical error. So I said 9/11, way a day to remember. I think I meant to say what. So we're going to try it with me putting what in there. 9/11, what a day to remember. Tears dropped from the eyes of so many people. September 11, 2001, the day that brought sorrows to all. Sorrow, 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 prayer, sorrow. I'm just kidding. Sorrow, sorrow. I'm so sorry. I can't take me seriously because why do I keep saying sorrow? But I can't emphasize enough how much of a long way I came, and that's why I have such a expansive vocabulary. Because I wrote poetry. When I got into high school, we did poetry again, and then when we did poetry, like we had a poet come in and help us, and he was happy, not really happy, but he was intrigued that I had been writing poetry for a while, and he would give me extra words to fill in, and he would critique my work. Like I would write it, he wouldn't write it for me, so I would write it, and he'd be like, what if you put this instead of this? So that's why my vocabulary is so vast, and I'm excited about that. But this is before high school and before we learned different words. So let me get back to the poem. So sorry for the interruption. 9/11, what a day to remember. Tears dropped from the eyes of so many people. September 11, 2001, the day that brought sorrow to all. The day that brought sorrow to all. As those towers burned to the ground with a loud boom, confusion filled the air. Yet so many tears and pain. With death around the corner from some, silence and amazement flying around, with smoke and fog all around us, yet hope and unity within us. This one was when my 6th grade teacher died. And I was just so sad. Him and my 6th grade teacher that put me onto poetry really were my 2 favorite 6th grade teachers. Because he was, I don't know, it's not that I didn't like the other 6th grade teachers, but he was just so chill. This man was so chill. He was one of those teachers, he was just so chill and laid back. It was just hard to get him riled up. If you really got him riled up, you're the problem. He was one of those teachers. And he had passed away, y'all. I don't remember if it was unexpectedly, but I remember it was midway through the year and that threw everybody off. This one's called Mr. Teets. Your laugh, your joy brought happiness to all. March 31st was a day to remember. That was a day a great man left us all. Hearts filled with pain, eyes filled with tears. The memories we all try to remember, but you left so soon, way past the moon. You were a father to your kids, but a teacher to others. Your favorite books were Goosebumps, and when you smiled, it gave us goosebumps. United we are, united we stand, because you were a great man. R.I.P. to him. This is ripping a little bit, so I might rewrite it. Or I don't know. But it's ripping a little bit. But that poem was dedicated to him. So R.I.P. to him. R.I.P. to him. Okay, so this poem is kind of deep, but we gonna read it. I'm telling you, I was such a sad kid. Like, I really had no one to express my feelings to. And if I did, it was the pen and paper. Yeah. So this one, quick backstory. When I was younger, I almost passed away as a kid. So yeah, I don't know why I wrote. Let's find out what I'm talking about in this one. I've read the first line, and the first line just, y'all would be confused if I didn't tell y'all that short backstory. So, okay, here we go. Where were you when I almost died and thought of fear? Hate and grief filled her eyes, yet all she could do was cry. Where were you when thoughts of suicide came knocking at my door, eating at my soul? So I just wanted to die. Reflecting back now, it's like, whoa. Like, I feel like I never, like, I feel like I talked about being in dark spaces in my life with y'all, and I've been pretty transparent, but I don't feel like I ever really understood it until I just read that poem. Like, I feel like, I mean, obviously I didn't say too much that was just crazy, like, wow, but it's just like, younger me to write that. I don't know, like, reality's really hitting me right now. Like, damn, I really was in a bad space in life and no one really knew. Crazy. So if you're in a bad space and you're listening, go get your pen and paper and get to jotting. Promise you, you're gonna, and then save it. You're gonna look back at it and be like, dang, I came a long way. I used to have a diary too. I remember my diary. I don't know where it is because I try to hide it from everybody. But that diary had, bro, when I tell you I had like journaled each day in there, I had daily journal entries. And that diary had like explicit, like, I mean, I was expressing all my feelings in that. I told you I was never really the type to talk. That's why people be like, you're not shy. I started off as a shy kid. That's why it's like, I'm kind of still shy, but like when you get to know me, I'm really outgoing. So you're not going to think I'm shy, but I was a shy kid. That's why it's just like, sometimes I give off very much of a contrast. Like, older me now is very social. She's outgoing, but like younger me, she was just sad into herself. And yeah, like I always say, don't sit and feel bad for me. I don't want nobody like, oh my goodness. No, we only do these to like one. I really thought it was going to be fun. I didn't think it was going to be a dark poetry session. I did not think it was going to be this dark. But for the most part, it's just a growth moment. And if you are in the space in life where it's like, I just can't no more, just keep going. Take it one day at a time. Like, I, at some point in life, was at a space where I just thought I couldn't anymore. And look at me now, telling you to keep going. Take it one day at a time. Just find the tiny things to make you happy. Literally, just find little things to make you happy and like keep going. It's the little things that matter. This one is pretty uplifting, so we're gonna top it off. We're gonna end the poetry session with this one, and I think this will really catch us up to all our poems until I write something new. But who knows when that'll be? Simply because I don't really be having the time. But one thing about it, like I told y'all, once I start writing poetry, off the top, I'll be minding my business, washing dishes or something, and like a whole poem will just write itself out in my head. So that's why it's like, I know going back into poetry will be a slippery slope, because like once I get started, like we're diving in again. So let's end this off on a good note with this poem. Okay, it's called The Truth Bound. It says, a heart and soul will tell you glitter ain't gold, but with a mind so bold, you can never face the cold. The reason I don't mind being transparent with people is because I feel as if in life you go through what you go through, and it might not make sense now, but it always makes sense at the end. So I like to think, even if it doesn't make sense to me, what I went through may help somebody else. Maybe it's not for me to make sense because my story was supposed to help you. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm in a way like as transparent as I am, in hopes that it'll help somebody. Like, keep on the fight type stuff. Okay, so that's a wrap for our poetry session today. Like I said, I don't know when we're gonna have another one. Yeah.